Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Tea Time with Tanya. I'm Tanya. How you doing today? Today is Wednesday. Oh my goodness, the 29th. 2 days left in this month, y'all. The 29th of March, 2023. Let's start today off with a blessing, shall we? Dear universe, dear creator, dear spirit guides, please give us, the collective, a blessing for this Wednesday morning. For all of us early birds, a blessing just for us. Here we go. Look at this. And I want you to look at these trees. Look at these two trees embracing. This is a blessing in relationship. A current relationship is reflecting something that is wounded inside you, a wound from long ago, perhaps even from a past life. Look within. Find the part of you that is wounded. Send it love. All will heal, and you will be stronger and wiser for it. And y'all, I cannot see this morning, so let me pop on my glasses and read this one more time. A blessing in relationship. A current relationship is reflecting something that is wounded inside you. A wound from long ago, perhaps even from a past life. Look within. Find the part of you that is wounded. Send it love. All will heal, and you will be stronger and wiser for it. Namaste. Namaste, namaste. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. And I want to thank all of you who came and showed up and supported me on Monday's show with Hogarth. It was a great experience, and hopefully we will be collaborating again. So that is fantastic news. But y'all, I've got a full schedule today. Y'all asked. The universe is ready to answer. So we are going to start. We've got so many great questions, so y'all just buckle in. Go ahead, get that cup of tea. Get ready to indulge in a little bit of tea with me. And today, y'all, today's tea is lemon ginger, and I also have fresh ginger in here. Well, fresh out of a tube, but to give it that little extra ginger kick. Good morning, y'all. All right, let's go ahead and get this party started. My first question is from Lee Sanders. Lee would like to know, why was Melania in Egypt? I guess she must have went traveling and ended up in Egypt. So, universe, spirit guides, creator, please give us the answers that we asked today. Why was Melania traveling in Egypt? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, guys. The first thing that I'm getting, and y'all, for entertainment purposes only, because I don't want to get sued by nobody. The first thing that I'm feeling is that this was a business trip that was earmarked as a pleasure trip. Now, I have not seen Melania being into this spy business, into being anything but a fashionista wannabe Klingon that married for money, that married for power and fame, and who has absolutely no problem reaping from the ill-gotten gains that her husband has got her. What I am feeling, that what happened in Egypt, it was supposed to look like she was on just a pleasure trip, a little vacation. No, no, no. Melania is meeting people. Melania was meeting people in secret. Melania has become a mule, y'all. Donnie can't travel. Melania has Secret Service as well. But there's some things that Melania is doing for Donnie, that she is literally being a courier for him with presidential protections. A courier with presidential protections. Yeah, she had some meetings. She met with some folks. She disseminated some information. Yes, and they're also begging for money. Yes, they are. They are begging for money. Donnie's coffers are not as full as he needs them to be right now. Okay, this is the first thing that everybody has to understand. With the Kushners, with Jared and Ivanka being under the spotlight for the money that they took from Saudi Arabia, when the other shoe falls, a lot of money is going to disappear from the Trump coffers and from the Kushner coffers. Okay, Jared is in a world of trouble, and now the people who are the biggest targets, Jared can't do anything. He's being watched like a hawk. Ivanka can't do much. She also is being watched. Melania has not been indicted, or her name has not come up in any criminal activities. So in their minds, they feel like she's not being watched, even though she is being watched. But yes, Lee, Melania was holding meetings. Melania was making business agreements. Melania was trying to shore up some financial promises, some financial wherewithal. So in the event that Donnie needs more money, that he has some other sources. She was holding meetings for Donnie. She was his personal courier this time. There you go, Lee. Yes, she was up to nefarious acts. My next question is from Mesa Trees 8. Mesa Trees 8 says, crop circles, parallel universe. She wants me to talk about crop circles and parallel universes and pets when they cross over, and also about Jack Smith's success. So let's start at the top and go to the bottom. The first thing Mesa Trees would like to know about is crop circles. Are crop circles real? Yes, they are. Intricate designs made out of pure energy and vibration. Yes, they are. Those crop circles that you see pop up in cornfields, in wheat fields, yes, the majority of them are authentic. They are messages from the beyond. They are proof that we are not alone. A lot of those crop circles are concentric messages, and if we could figure them out, we would be able to get the gist of what they are trying to tell us. So Mesa Trees 8, first question, crop circles, absolutely real. Yes, mankind has figured out ways to use boards and ropes to try to copycat what the ETs have done. But there's still a trail in that they have to use. The ones that have no trail in are absolutely real. Okay, Mesa Tree's second question is about parallel universes. And guys, with this theory that we live in a simulation, if you want to believe that we live in a simulation, and we kind of do, then you have to believe that there are parallel universes. If this is a computer program, then just like your computer that you are using, you can open up multiple tabs. You can open hundreds of tabs that are all running in the background while you're doing one thing on one screen. That is the same thing with a parallel universe. And yes, there are parallel universes. Yes, we can move in and out of parallel universes. If you practice and you understand the that everything is energy, that everything is frequency and vibration. Once you understand that that is what we are and this whole experience is, and you believe that you can manipulate this energy field, then you can move consciously through and to parallel universes. This is true. Somebody had asked the question about astral travel, astral projection. I had discussed that on the show with Hogarth, and I guess some of you have never heard of astral projection. And this is a method of meditation to where you ground yourself to the point to where you can free yourself from this carbon base and literally travel through time and space from this universe through universes, parallel universes, meeting other beings, speaking with other beings. And this is a true meditative state, a true way of traveling. And this has, I do believe that the United States government has declassified the facts that this is an absolute real thing that we can do. And this is something that any one of us, every one of us, is capable of doing. The only thing that I ask is that you at least familiarize yourself with something so that you remain safe and that you can return to your body. Okay? So don't just jump into things just because they sound interesting. Do a little bit of research before you jump in. Do a little bit of research, enough to keep you safe, and then enjoy, travel, learn, allow your mind to grow, allow your pineal gland to be activated, because believe it or not, once your pineal gland is activated, the tethers that tie you to 3D Earth dissolve. You see things in a different way and you understand things differently. We keep ourselves enslaved with competition, with fear, with this money-based, the way that we do everything. It keeps people in fear that they're going to lose. One day that they may lose all of their money. I'm going to keep saying this because we have got to understand this as a collective. The universe provided everything, still does, provides everything that we need as a collective to live on this planet. Everything. This planet provided us. We needed to do nothing but to integrate ourselves into living in harmony with nature. If we could have learned to live in harmony with nature, and we did at one time, the Atlanteans lived in harmony with nature. What happened with Atlantis was what is going to happen with everything. It was cyclical. We get to a point to where we must grow or we must perish, okay? And Atlantis, even though we think it perished, no, Atlantis did not perish. The landmass has been covered up by the sea, but Atlantis has not disappeared. Atlantis and the Atlanteans did not die. And that is the one thing that we must understand. All of this stuff that we have been told that is ancient history, or we have been told that is a fairy tale. And I want to talk about things like unicorns and fairies. Guys, the reason that we have these stories and that these stories encompass so many different peoples around the world. Dragons in Asia, dragons in India, dragons in the Caucasus Mountains, okay? All of these different groups of people describing these creatures that could fly, that lived in caves, that protected hordes of jewels or whatever. Now, the jewel part, I don't know. It's possible. But the fact that we had flying creatures that could blow smoke, guys, these are real things. That we had giants that were 30, 40, 50, 100 feet tall. We had people walking around the size of skyscrapers. And guys, these entities were on the planet at the same time as regular old us, same kind of species of human. So we walked side by side with these people. Guys, we're having more and more notices of sea creatures that have never been seen before, of these big lake quote-unquote monsters like Nessie and the one that's here in the United States, these ancient creatures. Guys, what we see on the surface of this planet, this is all we can see from our purview. Just because this is all we can see does not mean that we have seen all that there is, okay? And all of us have just got to hold on to that little bit of magic and wonder and realize, number one, we don't know anything. Okay? Our history has been changed and manipulated by men who want to control you, who want to use your life force to sustain them. They want to take from you to give to themselves. So you have to understand the reason for all the cover-ups and all the lies. And the reason is, if you truly understood who you are, if you truly understood the abilities that you possess as a regular individual human person, then they would not be able to control you. If you knew that telepathy was something that you were born with, but was shut off by the chemicals that were purposely introduced into your diet, by the governments lying to you and telling you to consume things that are definitely harmful for keeping your connection to the ether strong. Okay? The first thing I want all of you, and I know I'm rambling, but I have a point that I need to make here, and then I'll get back into my questions. Babies, when they are born, every baby that is born is a psychic individual. You are born into this world as a little bundle who cannot speak, who cannot move independently and travel to any direction, who cannot articulate their needs to anyone. And unless you're a baby that is born into a completely horrible situation, at some time you have people who are responsive to your needs as an infant. An infant doesn't know. Well, actually, they do know. And this is why I'm saying that when we are born, each one of us is a complete psychic being. We are in harmony with nature, okay? The baby's cry is a tug on the mother's heartstring, and if not the mother, then another nurturing person's heartstring. The baby's cry is an SOS message to somebody with a compassionate spirit to say this individual is in need of assistance. And when we are infants, this is the one time in our life to where if something bad happens to our parents and we are left in a situation where there's nobody to fend for us, that infant cry, that SOS, will tug at the heartstrings of any stranger for someone to come and care for that infant child. Now, as we get older, that cry doesn't mean as much, but as an infant, it gets us the help that we need. And I'm not going to go deep into that. I just wanted you guys to understand that the universe gives us everything we need to survive. From the moment we take our very first breath, our independent breath, when the spirit enters our body, that the universe has provided us everything that we need to survive on this planet. All right, I'm going to get off of that. All right. My next question from Mesa Trees 8 is about pets. When they cross over, are pets still with us? Do they visit us when they cross over? Mesa Trees, absolutely. And for all of you animal lovers and all of you who have lost a pet, I am sure that the majority of you who are in touch with yourself, with your highest self, have felt that animal's presence. Either have felt that animal's presence with you, maybe felt their little wet nose touch you, maybe a kiss or a paw on you, or has actually seen the shadow of your pet go past you. Yes, Mesa Trees, pets do. Entities that love us. Pets also are a spiritual being. Yes, and animals are just like us. They are vibrational beings. So my little dog, my little Bailey, I am convinced is the reincarnated spirit of a very wealthy Caucasian woman. I love her to death, but I know that the spirit of my dog was a human person at one time, okay? And just like us, they incarnate and reincarnate, and they have different experiences. But yes, our animals, that energy that we love, that we identified as a pet, they do stay with us, and they do come and visit us. Yes, yes, they do. Mesa Tree's next question is about Jack Smith's success. Will Jack Smith be successful in the prosecution of Donald J. Trump? Here we go. Draw the cards on this one. Will Jack Smith be? Yep. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, first two cards out are great big yeses, guys. I'm going to pull all of them, though. And the last, final outcome is a yes. Here we go. First card on will Jack Smith be successful in prosecuting old DJT. Here we go. This is the Four of Wands. This is the happy family card. This is celebrate good times. Come on. Yes, that is a whole party happening in the background. Okay? Old Donnie Boy is going to be looking at everything that he is standing to lose. Now, will the boy actually go to prison? Probably not. Will the most we get is an arrest? Probably. But at least we will get that arrest. And that's coming, guys. Here's our second yes. Absolutely. Jack Smith is going to be very successful. Now, the GOP and Congress are going to make this a battle for the ages. This is a circular fight, though. This is a fight within the GOP, because once the first indictment falls, guys, they understand that they have no cover, that they are in danger, and every one of those insurrectionists is now on the short list of, I'm about to go to jail. So that is what is about to happen. So, guys, we're at the end of March. We're already here. And this has been a whole month of revelation. But, guys, there is so much more that is about to be uncovered. All of the treason that has been conducted by powerful members of our government is about to be brought out and aired out. So, grab your cup, because it's going to be good. All right. My next question is from Sharon Y. And we've had this question a couple of times, but now I think we've got it just right. And this one is about Alex Murdaugh. Now, he got convicted for murdering his son, one of his sons, and his wife. The question is about Buster Murdaugh, and this is the only survivor of Alex's. And the question is, did Buster have anything to do with the murder of Stephen Smith? And we had called him Stephen Miller the last time, so we've answered this question before, but we had the name wrong. So we've got the name right this time. Did Buster Murdaugh have anything to do with the murder of Stephen Smith? And Stephen Smith was a student friend of Buster's, but was thought to have been having a relationship, sexual relationship with the elder Alex Murdaugh. So here we go. Did Buster Murdaugh have anything to do with the murder of Stephen Smith? Here we go. All right. Okay. Now, we keep getting this. This is a little bit of a shady kind of thing. Now, before we had got a concrete yes. Now, Buster right now is fighting off these allegations, and this is him actually fighting off these allegations. We are at a crossroads because we are going to see a lot more evidence come in. Buster's already lost everything. His family, his riches, his father, his mother, his brother, everything. Everything in his life has already been taken from him. But here's what's chasing Buster. And this is what Buster took. What Buster took from other people. There is some, he is a person of interest in this case with Stephen Smith. Buster is a person of interest in this case, and there's a lot of evidence that they are looking at that has been hidden, changed, moved, and this might be what links Buster to the death. Right now, Buster is just trying to protect everything, what little he has left. But there's a lot of information that is still going to come out. So, guys, yes, he had some type of involvement in it. He is being looked at by the powers that be. So just, if you want to keep abreast of that, keep looking at the news. There will be more evidence against him coming out, linking him, tying him to the death of Stephen Smith. The next question. Will President Zelensky survive the Ukrainian war? This is an excellent question. A scary question as well. Tarot, please tell us. Will President Zelensky survive the Ukrainian war? Oh, and this is interesting because President Zelensky, out of all the wars that have been fought in the last 100 years, President Vladimir Zelensky is the only leader of a nation to actually go to the front lines, to be on the ground with his men and women, who was not sitting in a mansion somewhere calling the shots, protected and safe. Zelensky was there. Zelensky has on many occasions been his life has been in danger. So let's go ahead and ask Tarot, please. Will President Zelensky survive the Ukraine war? Look at that. The first card that came out for Zelensky is the Knight of Pentacles. This is President Vladimir Zelensky. The cheese stands alone. This is the soldier that's sitting in wait, that is ready to do whatever is necessary. But the answer to this question is a yes. Vladimir Zelensky is going to survive this war. Not only is he going to survive this war, but guys, even though his country is going to be nothing more than pockmarked, burned out buildings, is going to make a place of family and happiness and togetherness and prosperity. Once this is over, the Ukraine, again, because it's been blown up before, guys, just as bad as it is now, the Ukraine will rebuild. The Ukraine will recover when this is over. And I mean, it's a bombed out mess. They will rebuild. They will create an environment that is conducive to happy families. Look at this. This is a family. This is a happy family. This is somebody with land, water. The children are happy and playing. And this is what the Ukraine does not have right now. But this is what they will have. So yes, Sharon, President Zelensky will survive this war, and he will lead his nation. After this terrible chaos, he will lead his nation forward. All right? My next question is, will Alexei Navalny be released from Russian prison this year? And the second part of that question is, if not, will he survive his prison sentence? Now, I've read on Alexei Navalny before, and unfortunately, guys, the news that I had for him was not good. But times change, and like a butterfly's wings, situations may have changed. So let's ask this question with the energy that is today. Will, Tarot, please tell me, will Alexei Navalny be released from prison, from Russian prison in 2023? Will Alexei Navalny be released from Russian prison? Please give me a go. Okay, guys, this is what I saw. And like I said, if you watch me, you know I ain't going to sugarcoat nothing. This is what we have for Alexei Navalny. This is what I've always got for Alexei Navalny. So, guys, the answer is Alexei, according to the energy that is today, Alexei Navalny will not survive this incarceration by Russia. Okay? He will not be walking out of that prison. And I'm going to leave that right there. But that answer has not changed in 2 years, guys. Those cards have not changed. My next question. Will margarine taco grease hold any White House position in any capacity? And this, we're not going to even entertain will old Donnie ascend to the presidency. But this question is from Sharon Y. She would like to know, will old margarine taco grease ever hold any position, ever? So this is not just now, this is into the future as well. Will old margarine taco grease ever hold a White House position? Here we go. Oh, goodness gracious. First card we get is the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune and the Lovers and the Three of Cups. Guys, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. As the energy is right now, yeah, there is a possibility that old margarine taco grease could worm her way up. And this doesn't mean that it's Donnie Boy. It doesn't mean that it's old Ron DeSatan. Okay? But some crazy nutter could get into the White House and pull old Large Marge up from the swamp to create hate and discontent. And guys, unfortunately, we got more than one yes. We got 5 yeses. Yes. And guys, and the whole reason being is that because this woman is a money-making machine for QAnon, for the GQP. And that is why she may ascend to the White House under some despot, is because she knows how to make money for the criminals. Okay. Ooh. Next question. Will Dr. Oz run for office again? And what is his emotional state after losing in Pennsylvania? Will Dr. Oz attempt another run for government office? First question. Page of cups. Look at the stinky fish. The rich man jumped out of the deck for Dr. Oz. Here we go. Will Dr. Oz run for... Got another jumpers, 2 more jumpers. Guys, here, they are jumping out of the deck. So here we go. No. Dr. Oz, well, actually, may possibly, but it's not going to, this may be for like a local government. He's not going to run for the federal government anymore. No, he got smacked pretty good, but he may try to run for local government. Guys, expect him. These people are out for themselves. This is self-serving behavior. So yeah, he may run for a local government. He may run for like governor or something. Could be in New Jersey, could be in Pennsylvania, could be right here in Nevada. He owns houses and properties everywhere. Can claim that he lives in any of them. So yeah, if there's a weakness somewhere and he owns property there, yeah, he may very well try to run for local government. Not federal government, but he may try to run for local government. So there you go. His emotional state. What is Dr. Oz's emotional state? First card again is the stinky fish, but below him, he is worried. He is worried about the way that things are going. This is how Dr. Oz presents himself. The stinky fish. I am rich. I am rich. I am rich. And this is what he is worried about. I cannot ever be poor. I cannot lose my empire. I cannot be one of those. So, yeah, Dr. Oz is worried about number one, he's worried about how people perceive him. Because his whole cover was blown by him running for office. Now he's not the smart guy. Now he has been outed for the fraud that he is. He has been outed for selling people bogus drugs, for being the spokesman for Big Pharma that has been harming people. He's worried about his reputation. He knows that he has, that his money provides him political cover and power. So he is working out ways on how to capitalize on that so that this is not how he ends up, that he is not overlooking a barren waste ground waiting for his ship to come in. Understand, Oz is a billionaire. Not a millionaire. Oz is a billionaire, okay, who is running for office, was running for office to do nothing but serve himself and other billionaires. Dr. Mehmet Oz is an oligarch, okay? Now, this card shows this is his final outcome. This is him waiting. Now, understand, like I said, he's a billionaire already. So if you're waiting for your ship to come in and you're a billionaire, this is not a good card for you. All right? So with everything, Oz is going to attempt to run for government again. It will be on a local level because of the smackdown that he got. He's worried about maintaining his wealth. He's worried about what he may be as a oligarch, be made to concede if they lose power. So there you go. My next question is from Stephanie P. Will anything change with the incarceration practices for the January 6th insurrectionists? Old Margarine Taco Grease is out there flapping her gums talking about the insurrectionists are being treated like prisoners. The question is, will anything change with that? Guys, what I want you to understand is that those January 6th insurrectionists are being treated better than most of the regular old people who are incarcerated. Number one, they're in a whole separate building. So they're not just sitting there with everybody else that just got pulled in for being drunk that night or beating up on their wife or girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever. No, they have been separated. They are in a completely different building. They are being treated differently. The fact that Congress people are walking into a secure facility to visit inmates who broke the law, who tried to overthrow the United States of America. That is the distraction in itself. Look at this. This is where we must separate ourselves, okay? The GOP is going into a jail to complain that the people who tried to overthrow the government aren't being treated with kid gloves. The people who run our government are openly supporting a dictator, warmonger, human rights violator named Vladimir Putin, openly supporting Nazism. Let's just call it what it is, white supremacy, openly saying that they completely agree with the war in Ukraine, that Putin had every right to invade Ukraine. We have a whole part of our government that is comparing Volodymyr Zelensky and calling him a homosexual, calling him names to their base. These people who are running our government are sinking to the depths of calling another world leader names, disparaging names, and talking about, oh, we shouldn't be supporting them with our tax dollars. These people who are being annihilated by a criminal. But we have people in our government who are supporting the criminal. Why? Because they are supporting another criminal. And once you're supporting the criminal, it's hard to change teams. And that's what's going on. Guys, eyes wide open. Understand. What we are seeing is the natural culmination of this. These guys have chosen what side they're on. They can't backtrack now. So everything is just going to get more and more and more insane, more chaotic, more crazy, okay? They can't. You can't change horses in the middle of the stream. I mean, you can, but they're not gonna. All right. My next question is from Pam B. Pam wants to know, is 45 clinically insane? Oh, right now he may think he is losing his ever-loving mind, but no, Donald Trump is not insane. He is not. He is not. He may be drunk with power. He may be full of himself, but he knows exactly what he has been doing this whole time. This is an orchestration. He has not been doing this alone. This whole thing that we call him dumb, that we call him this and that. Guys, if the man was so dumb, he would have been in prison by now. Okay? Let's just call a thing a thing. If he was so dumb, they would have all just destroyed this. They just would have kicked themselves all into prison. No. And guys, I want you to understand, because you have to see the progression to where we are. Ronald Reagan broke Social Security. He broke our Medicare and Medicaid. He taxed the system. Ronald Reagan was the first criminal president. He made the deals with the Iran-Contras. He sold the weapons. He was arming the guerrillas in South America to fight against Americans, to kill us. He was the first traitor. And he was the first one that the GOP put on a pedestal and said, this is our guy. Yeah, he did the whole Mikhail Gorbachev, tear down this wall. Let these people be free. While he himself was waging a war on the African diaspora in America. He is the one that flooded our neighborhoods with crack. It was Ronald frickin' Reagan and every Republican president we have had since him, has gotten progressively worse, who has just added on to the hate and discontent that Ronald Reagan unleashed on the United States of America. Okay? No, Pam. 45 is not clinically insane. 45 knows exactly what he's doing, and he is following the script that every Republican president before him has done. Each one of them is putting another peg in the board. George Bush got us into a war with people who did not attack America. He tried to destroy the Middle East while letting Saudi Arabia off scot-free. That's what George Bush did. Donald Trump came in and started the war on women, the war on sane consciousness, the war on women and children. Just call a thing a thing. Donald Trump started the war on women and children. This war on the women's reproductive cycle is directly a present from old Donald J. Trump. Okay, my next question is from Danielle. Danielle wants to know, Alvin Bragg received a letter with a white substance in it. What will the government do about it? So here we go. We're back to these tainted letter samples again. We're going to see an uptick in this. As we get closer to the GOP getting held accountable for anything, expect there to be an uptick. Every person who is going after Donnie or anybody in the GQP will start to receive death threats. So what will the government do? Oh, the government, there's already investigations in this. But like I said, expect there to be an uptick. Now, Donnie doesn't seem to have as much vocal power over his base as he did 3 weeks ago. But guys, don't let these things fool you. Don't let the lack of a huge crowd that the mainstream media is showing you. Don't let that lull you into a false sense of security. These people are dangerous, okay? The maggots are a dangerous group. And until Donnie is indicted and something is held accountable, every day there is a possibility of these red hats doing something insane. So, guys, Donnie knows exactly what he's doing. The GOP knows exactly what they're doing. I know I just flipped back to the other question, but I guess I wasn't done with it. The government is already investigating the white substance that went to Alvin Bragg, and they've already issued a warning to everybody to be on the lookout again. This happened back in the 90s. It happened in the 2000s, where we had a bunch of people mailing ricin to government officials. This is domestic terrorism, what you're seeing, and the domestic terrorism is coming from the GQP. There you go. All right, my next question is from Rose Blue. Rose wants to know, will the secession bill be on the Texas ballot in November? Yes or no? Taro, please give Rose Blue the answer to this question. Will secession be on the ballot for Texas this November? Here we go. Yes or no? Rose, no. They are trying to scare you. I'm going to show you every card you got. First card you got is the Five of Pentacles. It's left out in the call. Poverty card. Next card you got is the Five of Wands. This is circular fighting. This is the GOP trying to scare the hell out of everybody, but they're fighting with themselves because they can't get together on it. Here's the third card. the Two of Wands is holding the weight of the world in their hands. They have the power, but they don't have the ability to succeed. It's illegal. They can't. Even though they keep saying it. They're trying to steal. Again, this is a way that they're trying to get away. This is distractive. They are trying to say, here, look over here, squirrel, 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 while they're trying to screw the population of Texas. Okay? This is bluster and noise. Again, fear tactics. Here's your answers. Nah, all of this is dead in the water. Okay? No. This is all going to be tied up in litigation. Don't worry. Rose Blue, they are using fear tactics against you. No, the secession will not make it to the ballot. Because it's already illegal somehow that Texas can't secede from the Union. They wrote in a rule themselves that they're trying to get around. But this is all just noise. Don't pay attention to it. Don't be afraid by it. My next question is from Preston N. Preston wants to know, why hasn't 45 been arrested for all the threats that he's making? For the same reason that he hasn't been arrested for the crimes that we know he committed. Because there is a two-tiered justice system in the United States of America. If you are a rich white person, then the laws of society do not apply to you. We have been shown this over and over and over again. Now we have to call a thing, and that thing is that thing. If you are a rich white male in America, the laws of society do not apply to you. And guys, the only time that rich white men get put in jail is when they try to steal the money of other rich white men. And see, Donnie didn't steal the money. Donnie was getting donations from other nations. All right? So, and also he was giving all that stolen money to the rich folks. So that's why big business is Team Donnie. Because under Donnie, big business grew. In a pandemic, they quadrupled. When the rest of the world was suffering, big business had it all. Understand, Americans worldwide have very short memories. They do this to us. This is the programming that they do to Americans. This short memory syndrome. They expect you, need you to forget what happened yesterday so that they can do that same thing to you all over again. Understand, guys, the United States of America is the only country, civilized, first world country, that allows big business to poison its citizens at every front. They allow chemicals to be put in the air. They allow raw sewage to be dumped into our waterways. This is with the good graces of every freaking local and city government, because doggone it, profit is more important than people. Eyes wide open, guys. Eyes wide open. Stop giving people who do not deserve a pass a pass. Call a thing a thing. Stop hero worshiping politicians. Those people are not working for you. They are working for themselves. And I will continue to say this, that the people who have been in Congress or the Senate more than 8 years, more than 2 or 3 cycles, are not there to help you. They are there to help themselves. Okay? All right. Now I'm going to stop preaching. So, Preston, he ain't been arrested because they ain't going to arrest him. He's wealthy. He had a title. They're not going to touch him until they have no choice. And that's coming. So just be patient. Just a little bit patient. I know it's infuriating, but eyes wide open. Understand. This is the world we live in. And this is the world that we have to deconstruct. We are in the creation phase right now. And what we're seeing, we have got to decide that this is not how we want our society to run. So instead of being scared and worrying, oh my goodness, we're gonna be a burning landscape. No, don't think that, or that's what you're going to call. We are in the creation phase right now. Everything that is going on for cause. We are creating what comes next. And we will either create fear and chaos, or we will create our own personal paradise. But that choice is up to us. And it is entirely based on what and how we think about the situation that we find ourselves in right now. If you are afraid, if you are hanging on every word that the news is spilling to you, then you are in danger. Again, for everybody who's new here, I ain't going to sugarcoat nothing. You must turn your television off. You are being programmed. They are putting fear inside of you. And it doesn't matter if what you're watching, the television itself, the design of the thing is to program you. That is why television programs are called programs. That's why television channels are called channels, because you are tuning in to a frequency. That's why you like certain shows and can't stand other shows, because you tune in to the frequency of that show, of that channel, including this. You are tuned into this channel because your vibrational frequency is at this level. Okay, I need you to understand how we get into the things that we are. Okay, just food for thought. Everything is vibration. Everything is energy. Everything is frequency. If we change our frequency, if we change our vibration, we can change our entire world. Okay? We can. But our world changing starts and ends with us. When we change our mindset, we change our world. Okay? All right. And Preston, I know you have more questions, and I will ask your other questions. I just need you to send me an email, okay? Send me an email on those companies with the eye drops, so that I know I need names so that I can compare. All right? Thank you. All right. So, yeah, those recalled eye drops, I need to know the brands so that I can compare them to each other. Okay, my next question is from Cindy C. Will next winter be as severe as this winter was? Oh my goodness, Cindy. When I was telling y'all last year, December especially, to be prepared, guys, about late October, we are going to be entering our winter season again. Our climate is going to, like, we've had winter. It's about to be April in 3 days. It's going to be April 1st, Saturday. 3 days from now, it will be April 1st. And the entire month of March has been insane. Over here in Las Vegas, we have not gotten out of winter weather yet. We've had more rain in this desert this year than we've had. I've been here 7 years. And in the 7 years, I have never seen as much rain as we've had. Downtown Las Vegas flooded 3 or 4 times. It's insane. It's insane. Where the West Coast, the East Coast right now is having almost summer temperatures in March. This is dangerous. This is unprecedented. But the answer is for next winter, yes. Next winter is going to be more severe than this winter was. Our hurricane season will, not hurricane, I'm sorry. The ones that come out of the ocean. Yeah, hurricane, that's the right one. Our hurricane season this year is going to be traumatic. Okay? It's going to be traumatic for Florida, the Gulf of Mexico, and Texas, and Louisiana. This is going to be a terrible year as far as weather goes, all the way around. This is a wind year. Okay, understand that. The wind is going to be the dominant force of 2023. All right. My next question is from Beautiful Girl. Beautiful Girl wants to know, does Donnie has passports or citizenship outside of the United States? Yes, he does. Saudi Arabia gave Donnie Boy citizenship under the table. Yes, they did. So Donnie does have a Saudi passport. Yes, he does. He may also have an Israeli one. But yes, Donnie does have. What Jared Kushner did, if Donnie disappears, he will be in Saudi Arabia. If the Trump and Kushner families decide to bounce and go ghost, they will go to Saudi Arabia. Period. Full stop. Okay? If he runs, if he pulls a Machiavelli, he will go to Saudi Arabia, where there is not an extradition plan. If he can get there, we won't be able to get him back. All right? There you go. Next question is from Chanel. Oh, no, this is from Beautiful Girl. Chanel's recent price hike has classic flaps selling for $10,000. I don't know what a classic flap is, Beautiful Girl. I do know the company Chanel, but let's ask this question. Chanel's recent price hike has classic flaps selling for $10,000. Will this help or hurt the company? Help or hurt the company? Okay. We'll go with, will this help the company? So a yes or no answer, Tarot, please. Will Chanel's price hike help the company? Yes or no? Huh? First card out. Yeah, there you go, Beautiful Girl. Chanel's price hike is going to help their company. I guess people who can afford to buy Chanel are not worried that they have raised their price. They will continue to prosper. Okay? Now, we even have the Fool in this draw, but this is people parting with their money. They don't mind paying extra. That's a big old gift for Chanel. Look at that. Approach arrival. That is a gift. So Chanel is not going to lose any money behind their price hike. All right. Might get through this whole thing. My next question is from Sharon Y. Oh, this is a good one. Betty and Barney Hill. In 1961, it was reported that Betty and Barney Hill were abducted by an alien craft and that they were experimented upon. Sharon wants to know, was this the truth? Absolutely, Sharon, this was the truth. For all of you guys who are regulars to my channel, you know that I am a person who is taken. I'm not going to say I'm an abductee because I don't feel like I'm being kidnapped. But I have been taken on multiple occasions by extraterrestrials, and not just by one species of extraterrestrials. I have been taken from my bed by the beings I call the Nubians. I don't know if that's the right name for them. By the mantid beings, and most frequently by the ant beings. So, yes, abductions or takings are real. They do happen. Betty and Barney Hill were taken, abducted. If you want to use the word abducted, then yes, their abduction was real. And guys, there are many different types of abductions. There are people who are literally snatched and experimented on. That it is a traumatic experience for. And I have just got to say, for myself, I have not had a traumatic experience when I have been taken, okay? I have something that has been put inside of me that I can feel that does cause me some discomfort from time to time, and it does show up on x-ray, guys. I know you can't see it through my skin, but right here inside of my chest, there is a metal cylinder looking thing that shows up on x-ray that wasn't put in me by a doctor, okay? And every time I have x-rays, they ask me, what is that and where did it come from? And I laughingly, jokingly say, that's my tracking device, because that's my tracking device. All right, so yes, Sharon, Betty and Barney Hill's abduction in 1961 was absolutely factual. Next question. Will T.J. Holmes and A.B. Robach do a reality TV show together? And if so, will they regret it? So I don't know who these people are or what they do, but let's ask Tara. And for you people who are new here, I do not watch the news, okay? I do not watch television at all. So when I do political reads, all of these reads are cold. The only thing I might do is, if I'm unsure about something, is do a quick Google search. Number one, to make sure nobody's just trying to get me to answer something that doesn't actually exist, because some of these questions are crazy to me. Or second, just to clarify a name or a situation. But I hardly do that, or I would have caught the Stephen Smith thing back then. But just for you guys who are new, my political reads are ice cold. I am not keeping myself abreast of what is going on in politics. The only reason that I know what's going on is because I'm reading on it. For real. Will TJ, and like I said, I don't know if TJ Holmes and A.B. Robach, I don't know if these people are politicians. Will TJ Holmes and A.B. Robach do a reality TV show together? And will they regret it if they do? So here's yes or no question. Will T.J. Holmes and Amy Robach do a reality TV show together? My cards are upside down. Here we go. No, they will not do a TV show together. No, they whatever they're doing, whatever money situation, conflict, I feel there's a conflict between these persons because we have the fighting card, and people trying to move away from each other. These people aren't trying to start a business together. It seems like they're more trying to get away from each other. We got the tower here right in front. These people may not like each other very much. I'm kind of, like I said, I don't know who they are. Now I'm going to have to look and see who they are. There's loss here, looking at what was lost. Maybe they were in business together or something together, but not anymore. Everything right now is about fighting, inside and outside fighting. They're fighting each other and they're fighting people on the outside. They're going to have a lot to say about what's going on. So expect there to be some gossip about these two people. But the answer is nah, they ain't going to do no reality TV show together. It seems like they can barely stand to be in the same room together. But again, I don't know. I don't know who these people are. So there's your answer, Sharon. No, they're not going to do a reality TV show together. Sharon's next question. Oh, this is a good one. Oh, this is a real good one. For entertainment purposes only, because some of these people are still alive. Sharon's question is, did Robert Wagner kill Natalie Wood? Now, for us old heads, Natalie Woods somehow went overboard on a yacht long time ago when Robert and that other dude who was on Joe Dirt, he was the dancing janitor. He was also on that ship. So here's the question. For entertainment purposes only, did Robert Wagner kill Natalie Wood? Oh, God, the first card that came out is the Lovers, guys. Yes. Okay. For entertainment purposes only. Entertainment purposes only. Here's the first card. Robert Wagner and Natalie Wood, married lovers. In front we have the Page of Wands, the gift. Somebody they issue about money, children maybe. I'm kind of figuring it had more to do with money, how they were making money, maybe a lack of money, something to do with the money. The man was trying to force the issue about the money, whatever it was. That's Robert. For entertainment purposes only. Got into a whole philosophical thing. This turned into a more from a debate to an argument to a debate to a you're wrong, I'm right, and this is my position and you don't have the right to tell me anything about it. Here's our answer. This is the yes. This is the yes. She went overboard involuntarily. Here's the setup to it is temperance. Things were so chaotic, out of balance at that moment. And here's the final outcome. The anxiety, the heartbreak, the mental anguish, that the heartbreak. Because look at the sword. It goes through the heart as well. So even though he had his hand in her death, it does affect him to this very day. If he's still alive, I don't even know if he's still alive. If he's still alive, it's still affecting him. This is the terrible secret that he's carrying around with him. Okay? And the only thing is, because they didn't find her. I don't think they found her. I'm not sure if they found her. But there was nothing that they could tie it to him. They may have found her. Maybe they did find her. I think they did find her body. I think they did bury her body. But yeah, there you go. For entertainment purposes only. Next question. Another great question. Are Michael Jackson's children biologically his? Are Michael Jackson's children biologically his? And guys, can't nobody say that because Prince and Paris look like white children that they could not be Prince's kids, because every single one of us black women out there know that we can absolutely, positively have a biracial child can come out looking completely black or completely white or looking somewhere in the middle, okay? Or even looking like a completely different ethnic group, all right? So black children can come out presenting as white children. They definitely can. Biracial children can present as white children. So let's ask Tarot. Are Prince Paris and Prince Michael, Prince and Paris, are they Michael Jackson's biological children? Yes or no, Tarot? We got 7 no's and 1 yes. At the very end, we got a yes. So, guys, I'm not going to challenge. We got a yes. We got all kinds of stuff. Craziness. But we got a yes. So, I am not going to challenge Tarot. I ain't seen a DNA test result. Tarot says them as his kids. So, I'm going to say them as his kids. All right. My last question of the day is by Denny, from Denny. Denny wants me to read on Ben Barnes, treason in the GOP, from Reagan to Trump. Ben Barnes, okay. Treason in the GOP, from Reagan to Trump. Okay, Denny, just because we're already over an hour on this, I think I'm going to start that question. That's going to be the beginning of the show on Friday, okay? And on Ben Barnes, I know this is one that you probably want me to watch on Tom Hartman's channel. So I will go and familiarize, because I have no idea who Ben Barnes is. So for me to do an in-depth reading on the Treason for this whole thing, I kind of want to familiarize myself with that, so I can give you guys a good reading on that. All right, Denny? So Friday for that, guys. Weather is still going to be nuts. Nutso, here we go. It's Wednesday already over here in Las Vegas. We get the flip a coin. Is it going to be icy today or warm? And let's see. Right now it is 61, so I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's going to be a warm day in Las Vegas. So I'm going to take and run with that information and hope to goodness gracious that it is so. And if you guys are in the I know the East Coast is having a lot of good weather, but just be prepared, guys. At the drop of a hat, a lot of this weather is being manufactured. Be prepared that a lot of the issues that we are going to face this year are going to be wind events. So that's tornadoes, just straight line wind that can rip the roofs off of houses and barns, that can make it dangerous just entering and exiting your vehicle. Be aware. Just be aware when you're leaving your house. Take an extra second to walk out to make sure that you're dressed properly, that you have what you need, and keep your vehicle stocked with those things that can keep you alive in the event that you become stranded, whether it be on a highway because of flooding or snow or ice, or if you're just driving down the road and something happens and you have to be stopped for an extended period of time, that you have in your vehicle those things which will not only keep you alive, but might even keep you a little comfortable. All right, guys? It's all about us recognizing and responding to the things that actually matter. Turn off the television. Stop the programming. Stop the fear. Once you stop letting yourself be manipulated by the talking heads on the television, your life will change. It will improve. And you will understand that if you're not hearing these people say, gloom, doom is coming, then your life, the life that you create, floats merrily along. Remember, we invite chaos into our life. Don't invite what you don't want. Don't listen to the things that scare you. All right? I'm not going to do a whole nother sermon on fear, but fear is death. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Be prepared. I love you. I love you. I love you. Happy Wednesday, you early birds. Namaste.